Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Scholarship Breakfast. This is our virtual ceremony. Honestly, one of the highlights every year is to have our Scholarship Foundation breakfast in our Wagner Room. Next year, we'll be getting back to that. Let me start with a little introductions. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Egan. I am the proud New Canaan High School principal and also chairman of the New Canaan High School Scholarship Foundation. A little history, we changed the way we do our foundation a few years back to where we added endowed and named scholarships. It's really a wonderful thing because at this breakfast every year, we bring together our donors and our students who we're honoring. It really is a very, very nice thing. And next year, we'll be back in person to be able to do that. Well, let's get started a little bit. Without these people, our countless volunteers, we wouldn't have made our changes a reality. So I want to thank Jennifer Essex and Stephanie Loomis, because they really came to me a few years back and said, we could do better with our foundation. And every year we had a general scholarship drive. And while it was great and the community is always so generous, it kind of just gave money out each year. Now we're building an endowment that will have long-lasting impact for kids. I also want to thank Paul Phillips and the Grant and Aid Committee. Paul's been a long-running chairman of the Grant and Aid Committee. Does a lot of work with the Grant and Aid Committee to come up with amounts and names for our students. Kara Holman's our amazing designer. Lori Byrne and Kristen O'Connor. Kristen does our financials. Lori did a ton of work kind of with community groups helping us. Lisa Granite and Mary Cagnetta are in-school people who make everything possible for us. And truly all of our donors. Without you, none of this would be possible. We have a couple of fundraising elements that we do. Each year we had done the color run. This year we shifted to the color drop, and it was widely successful and a lot of fun. The community really supported the color drop, and we'll see what we come up with next year. We also do our annual appeal, and then we also do graduation signs. You probably see them around the community right now. How are we doing? This year we funded $115,000 in scholarships versus $90,500 last year. And we're coming up with additional fundraising ways to give out some money too this year. But we're still working through that. We also maintain a goal of reaching $1 million in endowment in 10 years. We're actually getting close to that in half the time. We raised $700,000 in endowed funds since its inception 5 years ago. And our graduation signs are a big sell. Thank you for our slobs, volunteers for sending them out. Now let's get started with our program. The Henry S. Coleman Endowed Scholarship, donated by Lila Coleman and Wendy Hippold. Henry S. Coleman was a former Dean of Financial Aid, Director of Admissions, and Dean of Students at Columbia University. He lived in New Canaan for over 50 years, chaired the Board of Education, and was one of the founders of the New Canaan High School Scholarship Fund. He served on the Grant and Aid Committee until his death in 2006. His lifelong passion was to ensure that every student had access to a good education. The Henry S. Coleman Endowed Award was set up to honor his memory and is given to a student or students who have demonstrated a sustained commitment to helping others and possess the character and skills of leadership that make them role models among their peers. The winner of the Henry S. Coleman Endowed Scholarship is William Besgen. Will is a highly intelligent, introspective young man who has been measured and direct in achieving his goals. At the same time, he has a big heart and contributes to local and global community in ways that impact others' lives. He's a 3-season student athlete and an active member of his church as well. Will's intellect and scholarly inquiry add to the classroom experience. An Eagle Scout, New Canaan High School Baseball and Lacrosse Association player, and an active member of St. Aloysius Church, a youth group. Will expects to major in electrical engineering with a business minor. His dream is to join the engineering team at NASA. William will be attending Villanova University. Congratulations, Will. Frank and Mary Fetchett established the Bradley J. Memorial Award as an endowed charitable scholarship in their son Brad's memory after his death in the terrorist attacks at the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. The purpose is to enable a need-based scholarship at Brad's alma mater, New Canaan High School, and is intended for students who embody the spirit of Brad, his enthusiasm, compassion, love of life, commitment to family, community, and especially those in need. More information about the Bradley J. Fetchit Memorial Foundation can be found on their website. The winner of the Bradley J. Fetchit 9/11 Memorial Foundation Endowed Scholarship is Matthew Pizer. Matthew is an Eagle Scout and will be attending the Dana Moore School of Business at the University of South Carolina, where he plans to focus on operations and supply chain management and international business. To strengthen his global experience, Matthew will also take classes in cultural anthropology and language. At NCHS, Matthew was a member of Model Congress and track and field. Congratulations to Matthew. The Grace and Ku Chung Endowed Scholarship Fund, donated by Chan Ku Chung. Mr. Chan Ku Chung has established the Grace and Ku Chung Endowed Scholarship Fund to support the academic goals of young men and women in New Canaan. This scholarship is intended to assist college-bound graduates of New Canaan High School who have demonstrated outstanding moral character, high academic achievement, and financial need. Grace and Ku, longtime residents of New Canaan, had discussed this scholarship for many years before she passed away in October of 2018. It is with great honor that these funds are awarded by the Chungs to deserving graduates of New Canaan High School. The winners of the Ku Chung Endowed Scholarship are Leah Moore, Olivia Morrison, and Melinda Ku. Olivia Morrison will attend Syracuse University and pursue a career in communications. At NCHS, Olivia was an active lacrosse, field hockey, and track athlete. Within her community, Olivia has been a youth group junior advisor and senior leader. Caleb Orr will attend the University of Vermont and anticipates majoring in anthropology. He has a great interest in U.S. history and is considering careers in education or law. Melinda Ku will be attending the University of Connecticut, where she will major in mathematics and actuarial science. She plans to pursue a career as an actuary. While at NCHS, Melinda was a varsity volleyball player and a member of the math team and active P2P volunteer. Congratulations. The Norman Ricker Endowed Scholarship, donated by Liza and Chris Poley. Norman Ricker has inspired generations of New Canaan High School students to develop their passions, to think creatively about problem solving, and to expand their academic horizons beyond an assignment or a grade, and to pursue a life of inquiry and intellectual curiosity. Mr. Ricker has been a mentor to so many young people, giving them support, inspiration, and guidance to be the best students they can be and lead a life filled with curiosity and a true love of learning. With respect, kindness, and care, Mr. Ricker tailors his teaching to the needs and abilities of each of his pupils. With these deep and abiding connections, he is a role model, a mentor, and a lifelong friend to so many of his former and current students. This scholarship is to be awarded to a senior attending New Canaan High School who demonstrates an interest in solving problems in new and unusual ways, a passion for learning, and a kindness toward others. The winner of the Norman Ricker Endowed Scholarship is Alexandra Montano. Alexandra will attend the University of Connecticut, where she anticipates majoring in applied mathematical sciences. Alexandra's career goal is to found her own software company, using her computer coding, accounting, and business management qualifications. At New Canaan High School, Alexandra was a musical theater stage manager, RAM council member, field hockey midfielder, and student body vice president and political president. Congratulations. The Nancy Hugo Endowed Scholarship, donated by Nancy Hugo because of her love of the Scholarship Foundation. Nancy Hugo was a beloved English teacher at New Canaan High School. Her students describe her as an intelligent with a cheeky sense of humor. She served on the New Canaan Scholarship Foundation Grant and Aid Committee for years. In her will, she bequeathed a portion of her estate to New Canaan Scholarship Foundation. Due to her generosity, New Canaan Scholarship Foundation has been able to endow a scholarship in perpetuity in her name. The winner of the Nancy Hugo Endowed Scholarship is Mallory Hart. Mallory will be attending Syracuse University and anticipates working and majoring in marketing and graphic design. Her dream is to travel the world, working for National Geographic. In addition to her passion for art, Mallory is an active member of the New Canaan Lacrosse Association, sales, and is a Girl Scout. The Jason Cooper Endowed Scholarship, donated by people who love Jason Cooper. Jason graduated from New Canaan High School in 1984 and attended Duke University, where he played both football and lacrosse for the university. Due to his extraordinary talent and commitment, he was awarded Duke's football's Offensive Leadership Award in the spring of 1987. He then pursued a career in professional football before settling in Chicago and working in the financial industry. A few years before his passing, he returned to New Canaan to work with his mentor and friend, Lou Marinelli. He found his passion working with NCHS athletes. The Jason Cooper Scholarship is given to a student, preferably an athlete, who embodies Jason's qualities of humility, passion, and commitment to friendship. The winner of the Jason Cooper Endowed Scholarship is Christian Carson. Christian plans on majoring in mechanical engineering at Texas A&M. His dream is to have a positive impact on the world through engineering. Specifically, his goal is to create the most fuel-efficient and carbon-compliant machines on the planet. Christian is an Eagle Scout, was a starting Rams running back, a member of the New Canaan boys baseball team, and continues to serve his community as a lifeguard. Congratulations. The Catherine Mary Schlegel Endowed Scholarship, donated by an anonymous person dedicated to the memory of Catherine Mary Schlegel. Catherine was a 2016 graduate of New Canaan High School and a lifelong resident of New Canaan. Catherine had a unique and contagious effervescence for her friends, for her family, and for her passions in life. There was no pursuit that Catherine was not willing to take on, no adventure too great for her, and no individual who was unworthy of her love and support. She was a giving soul with a creative and individual spirit. Catherine found joy in her own distinctive way, and that joy is still felt by everyone whose life she touched. We honor her memory with this scholarship and hope that her indomitable spirit will live on and benefit another deserving student. The winner of the Catherine Mary Schlegel Endowed Scholarship is Marley Smith. Marley will be attending the University of Colorado in Boulder, where she anticipates serving others as a psychologist. At New Canaan High School, Marley was a member of the New Canaan Lacrosse Association and New Canaan Soccer Association. She has also been a lifeguard for the past 3 summers. Congratulations. The Joanne Rocco Endowed Scholarship. Joanne Rocco, beloved longtime principal at South School, retired in June 2019. Few people can look back on their career and know they positively influenced thousands of children and parents. Joanne Rocco is one such person. The Welcome Back to School coffee that she hosted at the beginning of school year is known for her stories that delighted and entertained parents. Her presence was always calming and authoritative, if I could speak. Joanne has a unique blend of wit, wry humor, compassion, and kindness. This scholarship was established to honor Joanne and is given to assist a deserving student, preferably one who attended South School, in their pursuit of higher education. The winner of the Joanne Rocco Endowed Scholarship is Dylan Lee. Dylan is smart, funny, fully engaged student who, with her determination to be on top of her work, has achieved top grades throughout high school. Always in advanced levels of math, she loved its application in chemistry, a subject that clicked with her. She is also highly creative and was excited to return to her art after a year without electives through AP Art, Studio Art. Dylan has completed every year on the New Canaan High School swim team, as well as the local YMCA team, making a year-round commitment. The demanding practice schedule has had her in the pool before and after school during the year and after as well. She additionally worked as a lifeguard in the summers and gave lessons to young children. Dylan holds certifications in CPR, first aid, and lifeguarding. Dylan has also been an active member of Odyssey to the Mind since 5th grade. She loves the teamwork, camaraderie, and creativity required for each project and problem that the team solves. She has been to the World Finals competition 3 times. Dylan will be attending Franklin and Marshall College. The John Leslie Endowed Scholarship, donated by Nettie Leslie and the Leslie family. John Leslie, a member of the class of 2012, passed away in August 2007. to preserve his memory through the promotion of activities and organizations in which John had been active during his lifetime. His family and friends created the John A. Leslie Fund. John's family continues to honor him by endowing a scholarship to a graduating boy or girl who has been active in interscholastic athletics and embodied John's passion for athletics, as well as the preservation of ideals of good sportsmanship, community awareness, healthy families, and educational excellence that were dear to John during his life. The winner of the John Leslie Endowed Scholarship is Juan Pablo Espina. Beginning his freshman year, as a quiet freshman, Pablo has developed into a confident, gregarious, and mature young man with a strong desire to be successful in all his endeavors. Pablo is fluent in Spanish, as is his primary language spoken at home. However, he opted to take the language at school to learn how to read and write Spanish and further hone his speaking ability. Pablo enjoys the logical nature of math and science. This year, he enjoyed financial math and is excited about the current stock market project. He also enjoys the hands-on aspects of science labs. Pablo also builds computers for his peers. He is very skilled with computers and software. Pablo will be attending West Virginia University. The Peter Myers Endowed Scholarship. Peter Myers tragically died in 1972, prior to graduating with his class in June 1973. Born on an Air Force base outside of Tampa, he then lived in Sweden, England, and Puerto Rico until settling in New Canaan while in elementary school. He spent the majority of his life in New Canaan, and his parents, Tom and Bridget, remained residents. He was a good student who loved sports and spending time with his friends. He excelled at soccer, but also enjoyed lacrosse and baseball. The purpose of the scholarship is to provide a continuing incentive to a young man to excel to the best of their ability in both scholarship and athletics. Individual development, improvement, and attitude in scholarship and athletics will be considered as important factors in selecting the recipient. The winner of the Peter Myers Endowed Scholarship is, once again, Juan Pablo Espina. There will be a couple of repeats throughout. I'll try not to read their bios again unless they're really far apart. The Martha Gaines Worley Endowed Scholarship. Martha Gaines Worley was raised in Appalachia by her family, who had limited means, but believed in the value of a good education. Martha graduated from Vassar in 1948 and then spent 2 years in France, leading student trips for the experiment in international living. She returned to the States, received her master's in education from Harvard in 1954, and then settled in the native state of West Virginia to teach. After raising her 5 children, she served in the West Virginia legislature for over 20 years, pioneering a path for women in state politics. She showed her family each and every day the power and importance of leadership, education, and hard work. She had a natural curiosity about all people and taught her children the virtue of listening to others. She made sure Catherine had a willingness to try new things and to always be committed to build the future. She also instilled the knowledge to create their futures through actions each and every day. This confidence and kindness are her legacy, and this endowed scholarship will allow others a chance to create their own future. The winner of the Martha Gaines Worley Endowed Scholarship is Ivania Soljour. As a Master of Art for the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets, Ivania has been active with this organization since 5th grade and rose through the ranks of leadership. Members of the a cappella and small choir, the Madrigals, mentor to younger students, and travel chair for the NCHS choir. Active in the organization Live Girl, she serves girls in 5th grade through high school. This is a leadership development and mentoring program with an evidence-based ability to build self-esteem and social emotional intelligence. Live Girl also focuses on giving girls opportunities to build connections and friendships with people whose lives are different from their own. Dedicated volunteer in her church, especially enjoys singing for the elderly with the choir. Ivania volunteered in the children's book section of her local library for 3 years. Ivania will be attending the University of Hartford. The Breyer Foundation Endowed Scholarship, donated by the Loomis family. The Breyer Foundation Scholarship is intended for New Canaan High School graduates who have achieved academic success, have positively represented New Canaan High School on and off campus, and have enthusiastically given back to the community through service organizations, school clubs, and other philanthropic activities. Our goal is to reward hardworking students and assist them with the support they need to pursue educational opportunities. The winner of the Breyer Foundation Endowed Scholarship is Alexa Carrillo. As a scholar athlete, always placing academics first, she put her heart and soul into all of her endeavors. Alexa places a high value on learning about various cultures and loves to travel. These passions are fueled by her parents being born and raised in Mexico, and she visits her extended family yearly. Alexa's calm demeanor changes as she steps onto the swimming block. She has been swimming throughout high school on both our high school team and the YMCA team. Those swimming, she has learned through swimming, she has learned self-discipline, often at the pool at 5 in the morning before school, and for practice, she swims every day after school as well. Alexa has been the same summer job for the past 2 years as lifeguard and swim coach. She loves passing down her love of sport to a younger generation. Through mentors and more, each week throughout high school, she went to an elementary classroom in town to help teach kindergartners how to read and write, in addition to being a mentor to the children. An active member of the YMCA Team Partnership Board, she has helped the Y raise money and make decisions on how to get more teens involved in their programs, in addition to helping numerous charities and fundraising events. Alexa will be attending Washington and Lee University. The Ben Young Endowed Scholarship, donated by Emmy and Chris O'Connor. Ben Young is a beloved sax teacher and New Canaan High School boys tennis coach. Chris O'Connor family has endowed a scholarship in his name for a graduate of New Canaan High School who embodies kindness, teamwork, and perseverance. The winner of the Ben Young Endowed Scholarship is John Murphy. John will be attending Hobart and William Smith colleges, majoring in business and is starting player on the Hobart's golf team. In addition to golf at the highest national youth level, John played New Canaan High School varsity hockey, volunteered with the Emmaus Youth Group, and helped the New Canaan Health and Human Services Department deliver groceries to elderly during the past year. Congratulations. The Kelsey Durkin Endowed Scholarship, donated by Jay and Laura Durkin, their friends and family. Kelsey Durkin was a New Canaan High School graduate with the class of 2010, whose life was tragically cut short by a drunk driver while she was a student at Washington and Lee University. She graduated with honors from New Canaan High School as a member of the National Honor Society. She was also a recipient of the Team Gym Scholarship that year. As a senior defenseman for New Canaan Ice Hockey Team, they won both state and county titles in 2010, bringing their total state titles wins to 3 for her high school career. She also won the county and state titles in 2010 as a senior defender for the New Canaan soccer team. Kelsey was compassionate, effervescent, and giving to everyone that she met and knew, always there for a friend in need. Her family hopes the story reminds her of others of the perils of drinking and driving. Her life was cut far too short. The winner of the Kelsey Durkin Endowed Scholarship is Dylan Lee. Dylan is a smart, funny, fully engaged student who, with her determination to be on top of her work, achieved top grades throughout high school. Again, I spoke about Dylan earlier. She has a love of chemistry, was on the swim team, and works at the Y as well. Once again, the winner is Dylan Lee. New Canaan High School Community Service Endowed Scholarship, donated by Jack and Jennifer Murphy. To honor students who have demonstrated outstanding commitment to their community service in any form. This may include established youth service organizations such as Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Live Girl, National Charity League, or Service Leagues of Boys. The students' religious organization, a local organization dedicated to improving and supporting our community, or an independent service project or initiative. This scholarship will be awarded annually, preferably to one young woman and one young man each year, but can be awarded to students of the same gender in any given year. This year, the winner of the NCHS Community Service Endowed Scholarship is Chloe Reedy. Chloe loved being a part of the cross-country team. While the sport is independent in design, she felt excited to also contribute to the team results. She developed new friendships surrounded by very supportive teammates who cheered on each member. She was a 2-year basketball player as well as a contributor to the team's success as a manager its last year. When Chloe decided that she would like to earn her own funds, she set in motion a plan to receive her babysitting CPR certification through American Red Cross. Through a local child care swap on social media, she's been able to work for multiple families for several years, becoming a trusted and valued babysitter. Volunteering at a local senior care center and forming relationships with residents was a highlight in her life. Chloe will be attending Texas Christian University. Congratulations, Chloe. The class of 1977 endowed scholarship organized by Cam Hutchins. In memory of the classmates who have passed away since graduation: Stephanie Barnum, Rick Billhart, Kevin Cogswell, John J. Dolan, Rob Drinkwater, Luke Dober, Scott Hamilton, Ide Hunter, William Jane, Peter Luster, Ned Pickering, Rita Robbs, John Shepard, Bill Thurber, J.V. Vance, Glenn Varga, Darrell Washington, Eric Watson, and Lynn Wittenberg. The winner of the class of 1977 endowed scholarship is Mallory Hart. We read about Mallory earlier, but congratulations, Mallory. The Norman Ricker Scholarship, donated by Norman Ricker. Norman Ricker has inspired generations of New Canaan High School students to develop their passions, to think creatively about problem solving, to expand their academic horizons beyond an assignment or grade, and to pursue a life inquiry and intellectual curiosity. Mr. Ricker has been a mentor to so many young people, giving them the support, inspiration, and guidance to be their best so they can lead a life filled with curiosity and a true love of learning. With respect, kindness, and care, Mr. Ricker tailors his teaching to the needs and abilities of each of his pupils. With these deep, abiding connections, he is a role model, mentor, lifelong friend to many of his former and current students. The scholarship is to be awarded to a senior attending New Canaan High School who demonstrates an interest in solving problems in new and unusual ways, a passion for learning, and a kindness toward others. The winner of the Norman Ricker Scholarship is Rostislav Olejnik. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Rostik moved to the States in 2018 from the Ukraine, just before he started his sophomore year at a nearby high school. Junior year, he transferred to New Canaan High School, and he jumped right into a new school and community. He has worked hard to learn English all throughout high school, and his grades have risen each semester. Always enjoying his math and science class, Rostik appreciates the logical nature of courses offered in addition to the problem-solving components. Rostik has an affinity for computers and enjoyed the challenge of AP Computer Science Principles last year. His first 2 years in the United States, Rostik played soccer. After realizing he did not love the sport, he wanted to try something new and American, as he says, and he tried out for our state championship winning football team and made the squad. Rostik enjoys his time on the football team and views his team as a second family. He will be attending UConn Stanford. The Chaffee Family Scholarship, donated by Rob and Megan Chaffee of the Prospect Foundation. This is to honor a student who has demonstrated interest and enthusiasm for the inclusion of all students within high school setting, but in particular, those who have special needs. The interest and inclusion could be done through mentoring, volunteering in clubs such as Best Buddies, Special Olympics, Unified Sports, or the YMC Special Needs Programming. The winner of the Rob and Megan Chaffee Scholarship is Nicole Chesney. Nicole is an independent, strong learner who has set high goals for herself and laid out a plan to achieve them. As a senior, she possessed dedication to her studies and an enthusiastic attitude to succeed. Nicole is particularly liked her chemistry class last year, feeling that the subject was often like a puzzle and she needed to put it together. Recognizing how much she enjoys sciences, Nicole has stepped it up this year by taking an AP Environmental Studies. Nicole takes a rigorous EMT training course in her sophomore year, and upon its completion, she spent most Saturdays riding an ambulance because she's bilingual. She was often called upon to interpret and explain procedures. Nicole also works at the YMCA and is a lifeguard. In 2 years, she rose to a lead position and has managed a team of other lifeguards. She additionally worked as an assistant at a daycare center. In spite of her many work hours, she does find time to compete on the track team and get involved in charity work at the International Club, where she's been named vice president. Nicole will be attending Sacred Heart University. The Mildred F. Marsley Scholarship Fund. The Mildred F. Marsley Memorial Scholarship is awarded each year to a graduate of New Canaan High School based on academic performance and financial need. Mildred taught ceramics at New Canaan High School in the beginning and is now known as Stax Middle School. The scholarship is awarded to a qualified New Canaan High School senior and is designated only for the freshman year of college. The winner of the Mildred Marsley Scholarship is Annie Gong. Creative and insightful, Annie has grown into a strong and confident young woman with clear goals in mind for her future endeavors. Art was central to her being, and that has never changed. She credits it as her happy place. It's the time used for meditation, stress relief, and a deep connection. Annie also studies the art beyond the medium, fascinated by the dedication of the artist to draw the characters one frame at a time. It has led her to starting her own social media account where she exhibits her work. She is often commissioned now to draw posters for school clubs, friends, and something she generally enjoys. She possesses the energy and creativity to succeed in achieving her goals. She is confident, self-possessed, and is looking forward to the next chapter in her life. Annie will be attending the University of Connecticut and plans to study the arts. The Judith A. Jennings Scholarship, donated by Suzanne Harrison and William Jennings. Judith A. Jennings moved to New Canaan in 1979 with her husband, Bill, and raised 3 NCHS graduates, Brian Jennings, class of '85, Marty Jennings, class of '87, and Suzanne Jennings Harrison, class of '88, and still live in New Canaan. Judy clocked countless hours working at New Canaan High School in the library and front office. She was passionate about her family first and foremost, but also about the town of New Canaan and schools. Judy succumbed to a long battle with breast cancer in 2013, but her memory lives on in the halls of New Canaan High School. The winner of the Judith A. Jennings Scholarship is Katerina Carson. Gregarious, energetic, positive, and intelligent are all words that come to mind when you think of Katerina. Always the first to help a friend in need, she demonstrates empathy and compassion in all of her endeavors. As a twin, she is very much in her own person and places a high value on family, church, and extracurricular activities. Katerina worked tirelessly to win her Gold Award through the Girl Scouts. For her project, she created a welcome garden in the recreational space in the Malta House, the only residential home in the area to support young, single, new moms and their infants. She helped to work with the directors, social workers, store garden managers, and volunteers to help bring the project to fruition. Katerina will be attending Miami University, Oxford. Named scholarships. The following named scholarships are given to students who have demonstrated perseverance: the New Canaan Administrator Scholarship, the Caffeine and Carburetors Coffee Scholarship, and the Hilbolt Family Tassel Award. The following named scholarships are given to students who have demonstrated perseverance. The New Canaan Administrator Scholarship winner is Nicole Chesney. The Caffeine and Carburetors Coffee Scholarship winner is Marley Smith. And the Hilbolt Family Tassel Award winner is Ivania Sojour. The Color Run/Drop this year scholarship in honor of Jay Egan and John Howe. The NC Color Run had been the primary fundraiser for New Canaan High School Scholarship Foundation and was established 3 years ago. It's been a great success. Owing to COVID, in 2021, we held the Color Drop. Jay Egan and John Howe have been a major part of the Color Run, working with event organizers, town employees, town officials, and the New Canaan High School sports teams. This year, the NC Color Run Drop Scholarship is in honor of Jay and John. We thank them for their dedication, support, and enthusiasm. The winner of the Color Run Scholarship in honor of Jay Egan and John Howe is Matthew Balkin. Matt took 4 AP classes, earning recognition as an AP Scholar with honor. He most loves the logic related to his math classes, and he has enjoyed his application with AP Economics this year. Matt has earned high honors consistently and throughout has been invited to join the National Honor Society and will earn a seal of biliteracy in Spanish upon completion of senior English this year. Matt is a leader of the Service League of Boys, one of the largest service clubs, where he acts as a liaison to another service organization, New Canaan Cares, assisting with setup and takedown of events in town. He also volunteers with AmeriCares on a mobile food bank, distributing food to the homeless. Volunteerism is a natural part of his life, and Matt can be counted on to step up when there's a need. Matt will be attending Bucknell University. The Paul Gallo Endowed Scholarship. Perhaps most recognized as a 30-year head wrestling coach, Paul's presence and influence at New Canaan High School stretches wide and deep and is felt by students, team members, faculty, and families in New Canaan. In his position as Administrative Systems Coordinator, Paul oversees student scheduling, handles all types of technical tasks while maintaining an open door policy, encouraging everyone to stop and chat. Paul lends an ear, offers support, and honest advice when requested. He is wise, trustworthy, and kind. Beyond the wins and losses on the mat, Paul helps students understand winning in broader terms. He demonstrates hard work, commitment, loyalty, and good humor. Never seek glory, Paul strives quietly and steadfastly toward a goal. We are fortunate to have these ideals imparted to our NCHS community. Paul is old school in all the best interpretations of the phrase. He believes in hard work with minimal complaints. Choose to be kind, character matters, and do the right thing even when it's hard. The Paul Gallo Endowed Scholarship will award a deserving student each year who exhibits these similar qualities to honor and continue his legacy. The winner of the 2021 Paul Gallo Endowed Scholarship is Shalomi Sojour. As a squad leader for the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets, Shalomi has been active with the organization since 5th grade and rose through the ranks as a color guard captain along the way. She's active in the organization Live Girl. She serves since 5th grade in high school. It's a leadership-based development and mentoring program with an evidence-based ability to build self-esteem and social-emotional intelligence. Live Girl also focuses on giving girls opportunities to build connections and friendships with people whose lives are different than their own. Shalomi has been involved in pursuit since 7th grade. Shalomi will be attending UConn, Stanford. The Bill Faircloth named scholarship donated by his family and students. This scholarship will preferably be given to a student who has overcome challenges while in a special ed program or received assistance and is furthering their academic or professional path. The winner of the 2021 Bill Faircloth named scholarship is Ava Zabloff. Big-hearted, empathetic, and creative young woman who has a strong moral compass and cares deeply about doing the right thing. Immersed in school-wide activities that require large amounts of time and energy. She's increased focus on academics has brought greater success and enhanced learning. Independent and confident in her abilities, not one to follow in the crowd in her opinions or actions. Ava will be attending Moore College of the Art and Design. The class of 1979 scholarship was created by graduates of the New Canaan High School at the celebration of their 40th reunion to honor those classmates who have passed away since graduation. Lorsberg, Lisa Bertel Evans, Ellen Clamp, Paul Simbala, Stephen DeMichael, Patty Donald, Carolyn Fry Harlerin, Melissa Reese Lamont, Robert Harrison, Monica Hefferol Pulcini, Missy Chalvavo, Brian Kehoe, Lisa Ortumucci Anizato, Lori Petrosky, Jacob Polanski, Randy Proswimmer, Jeff Pringle, Kristen Reynolds Ruth, Ken Zacks, Troy Shute, Allison Swallen, and Charles Urso. The winner of the class of 1979 scholarship is Alexandra Montano. Congratulations again, Alexandra. The Nahas Family Endowed Scholarship, donated by Lisa and Monir Nahas. Founded by Lisa and Monir Nahas, the Nahas Family Endowed Scholarship will be awarded each year based on financial needs to one or more students who have demonstrated outstanding moral character and made a meaningful impact on the New Canaan community. The winner of the Nahas Family Endowed Scholarship is Natalie Yano. Amiable and unassuming young woman, Natalie is open and welcoming to all members of our learning community. inclusive and kind in her interactions. Focused on her educational journey, her academics are a priority in her life, and she comes to school each day ready to learn and participate. Highly regarded volunteer at a local senior care facility, making connections with the residents has brought with much satisfaction and enjoyment. Admirably balanced with her coursework and paid enjoyment during the school week, along with family responsibilities. Natalia will be attending Fairfield University. The Leslie Ann Miles Endowed Scholarship, donated by family and friends of Leslie Ann Miles. Leslie served as counseling department chair for 15 years in New Canaan High School before her retirement in 2014. She graduated from Skidmore, where she received a bachelor's degree in psychology, and she received a master's degree in education from Boston University. A respected educator, Leslie held positions in guidance offices at Needham High in Massachusetts, Phillips Academy in Massachusetts, and then at New Canaan High School. Early in her career, Leslie served as a director of admissions at Scripps College in California, as well as an assistant director of admissions at Pine Manor College, Massachusetts, and Boston University, where she spent nearly 20 years. She was president of the New England Association for College Admission Counseling and held various committee appointments in regional, national, professional organizations. Leslie's professional interests were balanced by her love of travel, including several journeys to Europe, Asia, and trips through the United States with her many dear friends. Leslie was an inspiration to her colleagues and friends, always striving to be a better person and making the best of any situation. She was a woman of great wit and charm. Her strength, intelligence, and loyalty will be deeply missed and remembered by many. Leslie will always be loved by those who had good fortune to know her. The scholarship will be given to a student who embodied Leslie's spirit of altruism, empathy, creativity, and collaboration. The student is also someone who is, in their time at New Canaan High School, has exemplified Leslie's dedication to others by contribution to a creation of a positive, inclusive, and fun environment. The winner of the Leslie Ann Miles Award is Alyssa Grogan. Intellectual and brilliant student, kind-hearted and humble, as well are just a couple of words to describe Alyssa. Passionate about neuroscience, in which she has done extensive research and is nationally registered EMT certified in Connecticut in 2019, the first and youngest in her class of 16 students. Ellie has been a regular volunteer for 2 years in the memory care unit of a local nursing home. Double up in AP Science junior year, in addition to science research, and an independent study project on molecular neuroscience of Alzheimer's disease. She reflects, "I wish I'd been able to take science research again this year. I found intellectual freedom in that class that I haven't had in my other courses. It allowed me to explore my science topics under the sun or beyond it." Ellie's poem, "In the Belly of the Beast," was published in the University of Connecticut Student Writers Magazine and in New Canaan High School Spectator Literary Magazine. Alyssa Grogan will be attending Harvard University. The Jack Dempsey Award. This award was established by the Cerisa family in honor of Kevin Jack Dempsey, with the support of the Marine Foundation and Jack's friends. Jack transferred to New Canaan High School in 1997 as a member of the class of 1999. After overcoming several personal hurdles, Jack graduated in the class of 2000 and attended the University of Connecticut. The tragic events of September 11, 2001, fueled his lifelong determination to join the U.S. Marine Corps. Jack was killed in action during a Battle of Fallujah in Iraq on November 13, 2004. His actions on that day saved many lives on his mission. The award is presented annually to the student who most exemplifies the qualities of heroism, loyalty, sacrifice in the face of adversity. The winner of the Jack Dempsey Award is once again John Murphy. Congratulations, John. The New Canaan Moms Community Collective Scholarship, donated by New Canaan Moms. To honor students who have demonstrated outstanding commitment to community service, this may include established youth organizations such as Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Lift Girl, National Charity League, or Service Leagues of Boys. The students' religious organization, a local organization dedicated to improving or supporting the New Canaan community and surrounding areas, or an independent service project or initiative. This scholarship will be awarded annually to preferably one young woman and one young man each year, but can be awarded to one student in the same gender in any given year. This year, there are two winners, August Kelleher and Leah Snellwar. Augie Kelleher, creative, articulate, and hardworking are all words that come to describe what you think of Augie. Augie has been captivated by music his whole life. He plays the violin, bass, piano, and guitar, and also has the ability to actively listen to music to figure out how it's constructed. He can listen to a piece of music and critically analyze the elements in its turn and use these skills in creating his own music. Many of his songs can be found on Apple Music and Spotify. Augie will be attending Drexel University. Leah Snellwar. Leah is an example of a student that is mature beyond her years and respectful toward others. Whether she's interacting with fellow students or working at a local senior center, she is someone that you can count on to be enthusiastic, organized, disciplined, and hardworking. A skilled athlete, Leah practices karate. Has practiced karate since 3rd grade. Her commitment to this sport is unquestionable. When asked why this is important, she will answer very quickly that it adds value to her life. Leah will be attending the College of Charleston. The Jennifer Ann Zuko Scholarship. An impressionist painter of intimate and marine landscapes, timeless still lifes and gardens, and a genteel figurative paintings, Jennifer Ann Zuko, daughter of Kitty and Ray Zuko, was a gifted artist, designer, florist, and gardener. As a lifelong resident of the Connecticut coast, Jennifer's marine paintings were created for an innate sensitivity to the characteristics of the New England coastline. Jennifer's paintings, portraits, and accomplishments were universally recognized. From an early age, she embarked on an educational journey with a great passion to learn all there was about the many facets of art. After graduating from New Canaan High School, Jennifer earned a bachelor's degree of fine arts from Manhattanville College. The learning process never ended for Jennifer, and private seminars continued to inspire her creative growth as she mastered drawing, pastels, and oils. Jennifer's remarkable life and vibrant portfolio of artwork came to an end in August 2006 after a battle with breast cancer. It is the goal of the scholarship to ensure that her legacy as an artist and to help support young artists studying at New Canaan High School. The winner of the Jennifer Ann Zuko Scholarship is Ava Zabaloff. Congratulations again, Ava. The Mary K. Carl Scholarship, donated by the Carl family. Miss Carl attended the Little Red Schoolhouse and graduated from New Canaan High School in the class of 1943. She was a devoted nurse for 35 years to many alumni of St. Aloysius East School and Sachs Middle School, a visiting nurse within the New Canaan community, and Aunt Mary to her lucky nieces and nephews who all knew her through them. Her dedication, compassion toward her patients, family, and the community at large transcended generations. She was an accomplished, independent, witty, and inspirational woman who embodied the concept of generosity of spirit. The Carl family has created a scholarship in her name for a graduate of New Canaan High School who is considering the medical field, education, or community contributions. The winner of the Mary K. Carl Scholarship is Reed Brown. Determined with a great sense of humor, Reed is a student who stands out in the senior class. He is genuine and exemplary student athlete. Reed is very disciplined with his studies and has consistently achieved high honors as a member of the National Honor Society. Self-disciplined, focused, and driven to do well in his classes, he is a student who has taken his classes seriously and has chosen to challenge himself each year. Reed will be attending Virginia Polytechnic in the fall. Congratulations, Reed. The Miller Family Pay It Forward Scholarship, donated by the Miller family. Nathan and Christine Miller endowed a scholarship for a graduate of New Canaan High School, which will be awarded based on financial need as well as academic success, leadership, or entrepreneurship. The Millers are longtime residents of New Canaan, Connecticut, and proponents of access to higher education for all. The winner of the Miller Family Pay It Forward Scholarship is Colin Ratner. Colin is upbeat, positive, and everyone can always count on him to lend a helping hand. He was thrilled to be one of the captains of the cross-country team this year. The team had a large group of underclassmen this past fall, and he hoped to take them under his wing, not only to help them, but also as they transition to high school as well Faith is an important pillar in Colin's life. He's been a member of the church's youth group throughout high school and has volunteered in many venues with the church members, such as food packing, events, and midnight runs into New York City. Throughout his high school, Colin has enjoyed his part-time job as a caddy, and a little free time he enjoys playing golf. Colin will be attending Manhattan College. At this point, I want to congratulate all of our recipients and all of our donors. You know, each year we ask our recipients to send a letter of thanks to our donors, and we hope that happens this year as well. So we'll be reaching out saying congratulations, but also please write a thank you note. You know, it really is wonderful that we can help these students pay for their education. There is a need here in New Canaan, and all of you make this possible. So thank you all for making this possible. Next year, we will see you back in person. I really, really appreciate all of your support. Thank you.